Cowboy Nation, y'all already know who it is. Welcome to the Gridiron Sports Podcast. I am your host, Majestic Sounds. And Cowboy Nation, we did lose against the Detroit Lions on the road in Week 14 with a score of 44-30. And of course, yes, it was a bad officiating going on. And the game itself is under investigation because of the bad officiating that was going on throughout the game. And Cowboy Nation, even with 3 turnovers and the offensive line that wasn't protecting the quarterback, we still had an opportunity to win to a degree. Now, the defense did not help us. Cowboy Nation, we did not get enough pressure on Jared Goff. We did not move him off his marker, and that is a serious problem. And one problem also that I noticed that we always start off slow offensively. And Cowboy Nation, it's one thing to start off slow at home, but it's another thing to start off slow on the road and against a good team, a good aggressive team. They are very aggressive defensively, and they take shots offensively. They make explosive plays offensively, and so you got to come out guns a-blazing on the road against a team of that caliber. So unfortunately, Dak Prescott was sacked maybe about 5 times, Cowboy Nation, and that's a no-go. We can't have that. If we're trying to win on the road, you got to protect your quarterback. That's number one. You got to win the battle in the trenches. And so offensively speaking, we did not protect that. And once you don't pick up the blitz and can't realize and understand where the blitz is coming from, now your quarterback has to get the ball out, and it can cause interceptions, it can cause turnovers, fumbles, you name it. It can happen. That's what I was so adamant about getting rid of Michael Parsons, because rushing the quarterback is very vital in the National Football League. Now, let me say this to you before I go any further. We have now, since we lost the NFC game, we have now a 9 to 8% chance of making the playoffs. If we were to win out, which we have 4 games left, and I'll talk about that more in depth here as we go on with the show. If we were to win out, it would jump up to a 50 to maybe a 53% chance of making the playoffs. But in essence, Cowboy Nation, the Eagles got to lose about 2 games, and they got to lose against NFC teams, not AFC teams. So why is that so important? Because they're going to tally up at the end of the season and see how many NFC games you won. If you haven't won enough NFC games versus everybody else in your division, then you're not making the playoffs. It's simple and plain. Now, we don't have to worry about the Commanders. We don't have to worry about the Giants as far as making the playoffs, but we still have to face those teams, and the Eagles still have to face those teams. The good part is, if they lose, we're in. The thing about it is, they got to lose more than 1 game, and they got to lose against NFC teams. We hold the tiebreaker, and that's going to help us. We still need some help getting in the playoffs now because of this loss. Now, the Kansas City game, realistically speaking, was not as important as the Lions game because they are an NFC team. So it's cool, and I get it. Who wants to lose on Thanksgiving, and who wants to lose at home? I get all of that. But the Lions game was actually more important, and the defense just didn't show up. And that's the bottom line, Cowboy Nation. This is the situation that we're in. And I get it. Jerry Jones made those moves right before the NFL deadline, being able to get Quentin Williams teamed up with also Odigizua and Kenny Clark, and our pass rushers, Jadeveon Clowney and the rest of the guys. But they didn't show up. So that's the problem when you're not winning in the trenches. Hey, you're not going to win too many games on the road against good teams. You got to win in the trenches offensively, and you got to win in the trenches defensively. And so also, CeeDee Lamb went out with a concussion, and I'm iffy about that as well. The bad officiating and the concussion protocol. Like, I get it. He mainly hit his arm and his shoulder when he came down, but he also hit his head, and they would not let the man get back in the game. And who's to say? Maybe we could have forced overtime, or maybe we could have won the game with a CD Lamb in. And you already know the defense shifted over to George Pickens. Now, George Pickens didn't have a great game. Shout out to Ryan Flo, by the way. He did a phenomenal job picking up the slack when CD Lamb did go out. But in essence, Cowboy Nation, we just play a horrible game. Anytime you turning the ball over, anytime you're not protecting your quarterback, we can sit here and point the finger at the referees. We can sit here and point the finger at who showed up and who didn't show up. But collectively speaking, we all didn't show up when it comes down to protecting the quarterback and when it comes down to sacking and creating pressure on the opposing team's quarterback. In essence, it's the trenches game, baby. You got to win the trenches game, baby. I'm just telling the truth, Cowboy Nation.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
So, Cowboy Nation, that is the total, complete, honest truth about our team. But guess what? We got an NFC team coming up next, and the Minnesota Vikings this coming Sunday, December the 14th, I believe. I'm not sure if it's an early game or evening game, but this is our chance to win out. The next 4 teams we can play. Let me pull these teams up. The next 4 teams we can actually beat. And so, Cowboy Nation, here are the games we have left. It's a Sunday night game. I told you it was going to be on December the 14th. It's going to be at 7:20 this coming Sunday night. And then after that, we have another Sunday evening game, really actually afternoon game. So you might want to set your alarm clock so you won't miss that. And then, of course, we have on Christmas, the Washington Commanders. Of course, that's going to be an early game as well. And then we are in the season with the New York Giants, January 4th. And it's to be announced or decided on the time that it will be, but the date will be January the 4th. So we actually need the Eagles. I'm going to pull up the remaining schedule for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they have the Chargers today, which is Monday today. Then they have the Raiders. Then they have the Commanders. Then they have the Buffalo Bills, and then they have the Commanders again. So they got 2 more games against the Commanders. If we can get them to lose that game, we already know that Buffalo's probably going to beat them. They're probably going to beat the Raiders. I don't know if they're going to beat the Chargers, but the Raiders, the Chargers, and the Bills, they are AFC teams, Cowboy Nation, and that's the downfall. Their next 3 games out of their next 5 games, because they're the last team to play in week 14. So that's why it look like they have 5 games. In essence, they actually have 4. But tonight they'll be playing the Chargers. That's the AFC team, AFC West team. And then you got the Las Vegas Raiders, AFC West team. Then we come to the NFC East with the Commanders. Then they go to the AFC East to the Buffalo Bills. Then they come back and play the Commanders again. So we need them to lose twice against the same team, and that's a long stretch. So we're going to need some help in the NFC playoff race. A lot of help, Cowboy Nation. Hopefully we can get that help. All right, Cowboy Nation, that's my time, and I appreciate you for your time. Remember, Cowboy Nation, make sure y'all share this content. Give us the thumbs up. Sharing is caring. Share this content. Share it with a friend. Share it with a neighbor. Share it with a stranger. Share it with a coworker. Share it with your family member. Share it with your significant other, and even your enemy. And maybe y'all'll be cool after talking about the Dallas Cowboys. DC for life.
Spartans, prepare for glory.
Majestic Sounds.